Something very huge just happened at Tesla. FSD version 12 is now rolling out to customers. Walmart's catalog posted on Twitter some hours ago that is finally getting to download the new version 12.1.2. But what matters is not what's after the points, is literally that the version now is rolling out to customers. Because this is not a normal update. This is not like you updating your Windows PC every other week. This is the biggest shift in Tesla's software history. If this goes right, this will enable finally the actually full self-driving in Tesla cars. Because until now, the behaviors that the car has, they were basically coded by humans. But with this new version 12, there were like 300,000 lines of code that were simply gone. And these lines were replaced with simply AI. Now it's just neural networks from end to end.
Mind-blowing thing is there's no heuristics, there's no like lines of code. Like there's a guy on a scooter, it doesn't know what a scooter is, it doesn't know what paddles are.
So while until now the car would slow before like a bump or a roundabout or something like that, that behavior was coded by some human. So the car feels more natural while it's driving you. Now the car will supposedly work the same way. It will slow down like a human will do before a bump in the road or like a roundabout or whatever it is. But this behavior now is just the AI mimicking what it has learned until now. And if the AI now learns and corrects itself, it's not hard to see how this might be the final step towards reaching actually the real full self-driving. And yes, this version is not new. This version was released a few months ago, and Elon Musk even made a live stream on Twitter where he just randomly dropped locations for the car to go, and he was just live streaming it himself, being full self-driven by the car to all these random places.
Let's see, so here we are. We're just leaving Tesla headquarters. We just dropped a random pin at Stanford, AI end-to-end. Let's see how it does.
And by that time, it was actually already very impressive. And until now, we had this update rolling out to all the employees at Tesla. But because it was just among Tesla employees, of course, there was not that many news surrounding this version 12 update. But because this is such a big deal, and Tesla, of course, knows it's a big deal, they would not release it to customers before they completely make sure it's the very best version they can get. At least with the fast pacing that Tesla has been growing over the years. So now, if influencers are now getting this new version, you can bet this will be very good. And this means we are probably way ahead than most people actually realize. So now expect a lot of volatility in Tesla stock, expect a lot of news, a lot of reviews about this version 12 update. And from what we've seen so far, from the few hours that this update has been live, it's actually pretty good. It seems to be way more like a human, it seems to be behaving way more like a human would, and it seems to have stopped to make a lot of mistakes that previously it did. But this is still very early, guys. Now we will have more information probably in Tesla earnings, that is in the day 24 of this month, January. But as soon as analysts start to include full self-driving really in their projections over the next 2-3 years, you can expect Tesla stock to go up very fast. Because until now, nobody actually includes the potential of full self-driving in their valuations. So if analysts don't include full self-driving in their projections, it means that it's not included as well in the price of the stock. And the problem is that Tesla without full self-driving is a very big and amazing company. But Tesla with full self-driving achieved is like next level. So the difference between full self-driving being included in the numbers or not means that Tesla stock can vary like $500 billion in like 1 year, up and down. Because there's like 4 million Tesla cars in the road. And now Tesla is selling cars at a rate of like 2 million per year and increasing. So imagine if just a fraction of these Tesla owners now get an update in their app suddenly that makes them able to let their cars go and work for them. So like instead of me searching for a parking spot for like 2 hours and then parking the car and then leaving the car there while I'm working or while I'm at home, if this full self-driving update goes well, means that at some point I will be able to simply get out of my car and let the car go and serve as an Uber driver and make money for me while I make money for myself as well, or while I'm at home sleeping, or even so now imagine if all these already owners and these new potential owners that we are gonna have in the future, just a fraction of them decide that that's a good idea and they start using this app as well. And just imagine that Tesla gets a small cut for every ride that happens in their app. Now make any amount of euros or cents or dollars or whatever you want times millions of people and you will get to millions or billions or even trillions of dollars. And of course, let's not not even talk that the same AI that it's in the car, it's the same AI that will be in the robots. That we've just seen one Tesla Optimus just folding laundry. And of course, that demo was not like AI making that. Just to be clear, it was a guy in a suit like making the movements, and then the robot was doing the same. So the robot is learning, but at some point the same AI that it's in every Tesla car will be the same AI that it's in every robot that will be folding shirts and making other robots and making Tesla cars even. And I don't know, to me this is all very insane and pretty obvious to me that Tesla is the biggest opportunity in this, probably in this entire century. We didn't even talk about like the potential of Tesla having an app store, because then people will start having more free time in the car that they can use for, I don't know, watch movies or whatever, because the cars are driving themselves. We didn't even talk about solar. That is the biggest growing thing in Tesla right now. We didn't talk about Dojo. We didn't talk about a lot of things. Everybody calls me crazy because I have all my money in Tesla, because I'm not diversified. I just said a lot of business that Tesla is in, and it's a global company. But all of this is already for like 300 other videos that we can make about Tesla. What matters is that if you are not paying attention to this new full self-driving update, you should.